Come on in the room. Need you to come on in the room. Oh, la, 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 la. Here's a legitimate question. Are we too sensitive today? I'm talking about society. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about men. I'm talking about women. I'm talking about black folks.
30 hertz straight.
I'm talking about everybody. Are we too sensitive today? People were outraged because of Chris Rock's comments on his comedy special. I don't condone or support bad language, cussing. But that junk was funny. What I saw was hilarious. I'm just gonna say that. And then before we get to Chris Rock, Deion Sanders, people upset with what Deion Sanders said. They have a problem with what he said. So I want to know what the Ox Show family got to say about it. Are we too sensitive today? You know, a lot of people say you in your feelings. So, are we too sensitive? Are we upset about things we shouldn't be upset about? Are we bona fide tripping? I'm gonna play the Chris Rock comments. I can't play I'm sorry. I'm gonna play the Deion Sanders comments. I can't play the Chris Rock's comments. It's just too much. But Chris Rock had a funny special, and I know a lot of y'all probably saw it. I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Definitely want to hear what y'all got to say about it. But I have the Deion Sanders comments locked and loaded, ready to go. Let me see who's in the building. Check my Clubhouse family. Clubhouse, what's going on? Tanisha's in the building. Good morning, Tanisha. Terrence, what's up, brother Terrence? How you doing, sir? Good morning. Tori Free, what's up, sis? How you doing? Ashley Bailey is in the house, Canada's finest. My brother Andre is in the building. Kimberly Morgan is in the house. Kimberly had a fly hat on the other night at First Sundays. A fresh fly hat. I love a sister who know how to rock a hat. Andre is in the building. Mill is in the building. Rochelle is in the building. Turquoise. Did I say that right, Turquoise? Drop in the comments if I said that right. That's a beautiful name. Turquoise. Ben is in the building. What's up, Ben? Nice professional picture, Ben. You ought to share that with some young brothers. Anita's in the building. Amanda's in the building. Mary's in the building. That's my grandma's name, Mary. Army's in the building. Trina's in the building. La Rosa is in the building. Leon. That's what's up, Leon. That's official Ox Show security right there.
30 hertz straight up.
Ado is in the building. Benicia is in the building. Chef Alyssa is in the building. What you cooking, Chef Alyssa? What you cook? Elijah Warnock in the building. That's our producer. That's my youngest son. Charlene is in the building. What's up, Charlene? Celeste, what's up, sis? How you doing? Celie. Did I say that right, Celie? Don't hold it against me. Donna's in the building. What's up, Donna? Dominique is in the building. Nicholas is in the building. Dinesh is in the building. What's up, brother? Diana is in the building with the airplane pic. I see you. Clarissa is in the building. Clarissa got the mask on in the photo. She got the mask on in her ID photo. She is serious about that mask. I don't blame you. Amber is in the building. Russ is in the building. What's going on, Russ and Amber? Carol is in the building. Love the profile pic, Carol. Mia is in the house on the green screen. LaShawna, what's up, sis? How you doing? What's going on? Tina is in the building. What's up, Tina? Barbara is in the building. How you doing, ma'am? Listen, family, it's time to get this show started. Listen, are we too serious? Are we too sensitive? Not serious. Are we too sensitive today? Are we too sensitive about every little thing? Every little thing we in our feelings. Every little thing we got a problem with. Deion Sanders up first, and then Chris Rock. A lot of folks talk about what Chris Rock said. A lot of people. And Chris Rock went there. He went all the way there. No matter what you feel about the situation, he went there and it was funny. Hey, family, call your mama, call your daddy, call your auntie and your uncle and let them know that the Akintunde Show is about to start. Let's go.
Another track, late production, but no joke in a the Akintunde Show.
Say what?
Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
A-K-I-N Tunde.
All right, y'all. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there listening. This is the Akintunde Show. We broadcast live on Clubhouse inside of the Kingdom Business Network room. We're also on Facebook Live. We're also on Twitter Live. And coming up soon, we will be broadcasting on the brand new My Church channel on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. We'll also be broadcasting on the brand new Clap TV channel. That'll be streaming on Roku TV, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. We'll be on YouTube, and we'll be on LinkedIn. We'll be all over the place. It's brought to you by P&B Promotionals, imprinting the best for less. Hawkins Investment Group. Dell and Cynthia Hawkins, thank y'all so much. And also by My Church Lynchburg, also My Church channel, the brand new channel, debuting, world premiere coming up soon on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. In 200 million households. Hold on, y'all. 200 million households. 200 million households in addition to Clubhouse, Facebook, YouTube. We're not playing all over the world. International, brother. Yeah, that's all right. I'm sorry. I'm a little crunk. Let me get y'all comments in here. No, I'm serious about this question though. I really want to know. Are we too sensitive? Let's get the crew in the building. Here is Pastor Lewis Tucker. She is producer Donna J. He is Jason Earls, Pastor Jason Earls, comedian Jason Earls with the sexy lighting. Jason got the sexy R&B lighting. What's up, J. Cole? What's the R&B singer name? Is it J. Cole or Raheem?
J. Earls, that's his name. J. Earls, that's his name.
That's his name. That's his name. That's his name. Go and give him a few bars, Jay. Give him a few bars. Let him know.
Hey, I hadn't warmed up my voice yet. You know that R&B voice is a little, you know.
Don't give him the R&B interview voice. Yeah.
Somebody's a little staticky there. I don't know if it's Donna or
somebody's on the walkie-talkie this morning.
Yeah.
I was on mute.
Make sure everybody's muted in eCam, Elijah. I don't know.
It's good to be back. While we went getting that, it's good to see everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man.
It's funny, man. Hearing you holler out the names, I'm like, yo, that's my peoples. Those are my peoples after a week off.
Yes. Yeah. So you were in conference last week.
Man, I was in conference after conference, man.
Wow.
Yeah, super encouraging, super challenging on fronts. You know, it was a really good equipping conference.
Okay.
Round tables.
Okay.
Helping me do even more effectively what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of evaluating and being able to ask myself some tough questions.
Okay.
Just about and my team as well. So it was really good, man.
Nice.
Really, really good.
Nice.
Man, that's what's happening.
That's what you need right there. You need that as a leader, as a pastor. Come on now.
Y'all need that J. Earls in your life.
A little bit of J. Earls, Pastor J. Earls, Father J. Earls. Listen, we all are parents. Okay, all of us, on this show, we all parents, and we all of an age. We're all at least 40s plus. Okay, which means we come from a different paradigm. We have a slightly different worldview. I know a lot of people in the room. I'm gonna check the comments. A lot of people in the room are from a different worldview and a different paradigm because some of us are older. A lot of us are older. That's good. That's a great thing, right?
Grown folk.
Show enough grown folks, Pastor Tuck. And with that being said, a lot of times I've said this a lot. I'm not just talking about in regards to Chris Rock or in regards to Deion Sanders. We got Deion Sanders coming up. His comments coming up in just a little bit. But I got y'all comments before we get into that. But I do know that I say this a lot, that we too sensitive. Like you can't say nothing now. You can't say nothing oftentimes anywhere in media. You can't say nothing in church sometimes. It's hard to say anything in culture. I mean, there's a lot of just spineless, just whiny, and it's some stuff I can't say here, but sometimes I get real mad, particularly with men. I'm like, dude, bruh, I need you to buck up, dude. I need you to man the heck up. I mean, God, dog, whining about everything, bruh. Come on, sir. Some stuff is warranted, but some of this stuff I'm like, man, hey, Hey, it is what it is, player. You know, so, and I'm going to start with the Deion Sanders comments. Producer Donnie J had a great recommendation, and I agree with it. We're going to start with Deion Sanders because once we get into this Deion Sanders comments, once we get into this Chris Rock comments, we're going to be in that for a minute, right? But I'm going to start with Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders had something to say, and a lot of folks had a lot of problems with it, and he took a lot of heat off it. Now, you can argue that maybe that wasn't a place to say it. Maybe sometimes something may be true, but maybe you shouldn't say it out loud. I say things all the time. I was telling my sister and my brother-in-law and my wife something last night. We were all talking, and I said, I can't say this in public, but here's the truth. I answered the question. Because sometimes it just is what it is. You don't need to say it out loud. Real talk. But sometimes people just need to hear the truth and move on with it. And we all got these different little pockets where we real sensitive with. I'm gonna come to the crew, get their thoughts before you can get into the topic. But let me read the comments. Damon Cherry's in the building, y'all. Wow. Wow, y'all. Comedian Damon Cherry. As a matter of fact, the last time I saw Damon Cherry in the house, he was with Jason Earls on stage at First Sundays. Damon Cherry said, "What up, family? I give Chris Rock 7 out of 10. Yes, we are too sensitive. The duo Sanders comments about black players and is an old Gary Owens joke. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. Interested. I'm Kimberly Morgan. What's up, Kimberly? She said, I'm from the generation where your parents could whoop you with a cable cord, switch or belt, and not get faulted for it. She said a cable cord. That had some sting on it. She says, Leon said, good to have you back, Pastor Jason. Come on now. Please bless us with the harmonica praise today. Y'all, when I tell you that had us cracking up, my mama said, when Jason, she said, why did Jason, she said, where did he have that harmonica? She said, where did it come from? How did he just pull that out?
Hey, boy. When you are fluent on the hobo sandwich, boy, you gotta keep that around. You gotta keep that around.
I never even heard that phrase with hobo sandwich.
That is great. Dude, I'm gonna tell you how I started playing it, man. So when I was working in Hardee's on Portsmouth Boulevard in Portsmouth, Virginia, in high school, these old dudes walked in. Of course, Hardee's, a lot of old people hang out there. And so, man,
that's their spot. That's their spot. That's their spot.
Dude, this old quartet walked in, and one of them had a mini harmonica around his neck.
Wow.
And I was just like, sir, do you know how to play that thing? He said, do I know how to play it? And
what you talking about, boy? You don't know nothing about that now.
The harmonica was smaller than 2 joints in his pinky.
Wow.
On a gold chain. And he said, do I know how to play it? And he hit the counter. He like, ho! And he started playing that little harmonica. And then all the dudes, his quartet guys, started dancing and singing. It was at that moment I said, I gotta learn how to play that.
Hilarious.
Jason was like, I know what I want to be in life.
Listen.
I want to be a harmonica player.
I was like, I need to learn how to play that. So what I did was, once I got in the band in college, and like my band career was over, I was done, and I was like, I got to keep this music going. So I went to the band director, and I was like, teach me how to play a harmonica.
Wow.
And dude, I actually bought one of those small joints and had it on the gold chain.
Wow.
Like the dude in Hardee's.
Wow. He went from
I can't find
the
that.
marching band at an HBCU to a harmonica. That is hilarious.
Brother, it's keeping your talents alive, brother. Good stewardship.
Wow.
Jason is the man. Jason is the man. He gets all the props for that right there.
Yeah, that's gangster right there.
All the props. You cannot mess with Jason Earls.
Yeah.
That is hysterical.
Ashley Bailey said, you know who is too sensitive? That man crying over his Scooby-Doos on Married at First Sight. I hadn't seen.
Yes. Ashley Bailey, you are absolutely correct. Ak, you missed that part of the conversation the other day when that was when you were having technical difficulties, and I was stewarding the show. There was a young man. We were talking about Married at First Sight, the show, and there's a couple on there, and they were on their honeymoon, and of course, getting close to the end of the honeymoon when they have to get ready to go back and move in. and the girl comes in the room, and her husband's sitting out on the balcony in the honeymoon suite. You know, they're on their honeymoon,
right?
And he's sitting out there, and he's bawling. And so, she, of course, she's unnerved, you know what I'm saying? She runs out, and she gets down on one knee, puts her hands on his knees, and she's like, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he's like, I just talked to the producers and found out that, the apartment we're moving in, we're only allowed to have 2 dogs, you know?
Oh, yeah, with the dogs.
And I have 2 dogs, and, and you have a dog, and she was like, well, maybe, we can make a compromise, where you can, we can swap out sometime. Well, I've never been separated from my dogs. And he's balling. And so
let me ask you a question, Pastor Tuck. Do you think that's produced or that's real reality? What do you think?
Oh no, that's real. That joke a punk straight up. I mean, you can
say it.
You cannot produce that level of punkery right there. No. You cannot produce that level of punkery right there.
That level
You cannot pay somebody to go that tissue paper level. I mean that. No, bro.
Wow.
No, bro.
Wow.
Oh,
Your backbone has to bend like that naturally.
God. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna come to some more of y'all comments in just a little bit. Let me. I'm trying to see if I said sister's name right earlier.
Probably didn't.
Let's say no, you did not.
Y'all could have given me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, let's just be safe and say
not at all. Not even close, brother.
Didn't happen.
Y'all wrong for that.
Moving on.
Shout out to everybody who came out and blessed the house. We had a great turnout for First Sundays, y'all, in the new location. Thank you to everyone who came out and blessed us. I talk about them a little bit more. Shout out to comedian Tony Tone, rocked the house. Comedian Kennedy Robertson, who rocked the house. We had to do about 3 or 4 flyer changes because we kept messing up Kenny's name. I thought it was Kenny Robinson. It's Kennedy Robertson. Kennedy Robertson. So had to.
So you not only have trouble saying names, you have trouble spelling them as well.
Spelling them all. It wasn't my fault. That's our usual name.
We thought that was just a verbal affliction.
No, you Kennedy. How many black men do you know their first name is Kennedy? Shout out to Kennedy. But I was like, Unissa was like Ak. Y'all have to change that flyer. I'm like, why we got to change it? And I had to go and pull it down. Yeah.
We did not know Ox affliction moved from verbal to written as well.
For the record, Ak is a great speller. Ak is great. English was a class that I did the best in.
Your whole SAT score was messed up. Verbal and written. We need to create a whole artistic category for Ak. Hey, can we get an artistic category on the SATs for Ak?
They really need that for people like myself because I blaze through the English and everything on the English part, the written part, all that. But that math part, I was in there struggling. I was like, oh Lord, that's what drove my score down. I had to take remedial math my freshman year in college. Yeah, which ain't remedial math ain't nothing but it's 10th grade math. That's all it is. Back in them days, remedial math back in the day in college was like 10th grade algebra.
Everybody's gonna have to take remedial math who go to college because of COVID.
That's what they're saying.
Yep.
They're saying it a lot. But see, guess what, Jason? Somebody would say that's too sensitive. You shouldn't have said that. That's offensive.
Everybody said them homeschool kids.
Come on, somebody.
You want to, baby.
They're like, hey, this is what we do.
This is what we do.
My kids were like, what's the difference?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They thrive.
What are they complaining about? What's the problem?
Yo, let's get into this topic. Speaking of which, okay, so again, the topic today is: are we too sensitive? Particularly talking about, and we're going to apply to some personal areas in our lives as well as our point of view on culture. Pastor Tuck, Donna, Jason, all of us will give our perspective. But in particular, Deion Sanders made some comments a couple of weeks ago, I think now, and then Chris Rock, of course, came back with a blistering comedy special. I have not seen the full comedy special, full disclosure. What I saw was funny. Okay, had a bunch of language, but you know that going in Christians. But the end of it, I thought was brilliant. I saw a large chunk of what was the end of it. I thought it was funny. I thought that what he said was spot on in terms of what he gave it to him. The truth is the truth. So we'll come back to Chris Rock's comment. We're gonna go with Deion's first. I'm gonna play Deion's first. And here we go. So this is so in case you did not know, Deion Sanders made these comments on the Rich Eisner show, and a lot of folks had a problem with what Deion had to say.
We have different attributes: smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. Yep. We're looking at now quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent. Mm-hmm. We want that kid to be 3-5 and up because he's got to be smart. Mm-hmm. Not bad decisions off the field at all, because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for when we see a quarterback. And you would love a coach's son. Somewhere that the coaches coached him, and I'm not going down my road. I see you smiling.
I know who your quarterback is.
He's
right
talking
now.
about my son. I didn't just build a template for my son, but that's what really we look for in quarterbacks. Different positions are different. Like O lineman, I look for dual parent homes,
right?
A strong father that they adhere to,
right?
Smart kid, at least 3.3 and above.
You're also describing Hurts.
Yeah, tough. Well. Physical. Offensive line. My defensive line is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama, trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight.
Trying to get out the mud.
And I want him to just go get it. It's a whole different attributes that you look for in different positions, and we have that stuff just chronicled. We know what we want, and we go get it.
All right, so that was shout out to my sister Paint Book Lessons. Her YouTube channel had the comments, and that's where I first saw it. I'd heard about it, but I hadn't seen it. Of course, a lot of people had a lot of problems with what Deion had to say, the way he said it. They had a problem with who he said it in front of. Okay, before I give my comments, let me start. Let me start with the crew. I'm gonna start with Donna J first. Ladies first. Donna, your thoughts, ma'am.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, so first of all, let me give a shout out to Pastor Tuck, who brought both of those clips to me so that we could produce this together. Jason, welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to see you, my brother. Pastor Tuck, I know you're at the Kappa thing. I know that was going on for you. So,
hey, you know how we do it?
I didn't know. I was like, is that like a deer? I wasn't sure.
You know how we do. You know how
so
we do.
like this. But anyway, yes. Deion Sanders, I feel like he said what they do normally. Mm-hmm. This is what they do. These are the players they go for. These are the different positions that they go for. Mm-hmm. They're looking for certain criteria and certain criteria in these young men that they're bringing to the field. Yeah. And if you are an athlete or no athletes or been around football, you can see that a lot of what he was saying is true. Now, he might have said it in jest. He probably said it. He probably should not have said it the way that he said it, because a lot of the single moms, man, they was up in arms. What are you talking about? Yeah. But there is a difference in the go-get-itness of the lineman and of that defensive lineman. Mm-hmm. It's something. It's something real right there. Yeah. It's raw right there. Yeah. And so maybe he shouldn't have said it, but come on, we're a little sensitive, but those single moms, they're gonna be real sensitive about it.
So do you think, as a mom in any way, Donna, as a mom yourself, even as a single mom, were you in any way offended by what he had to say or where he said it? No, I wasn't offended for me personally, no, because I'm just looking at the athlete, growing up, being involved in football, looking at football, watching football, and seeing that, if this what you look for, this what you look for. Right. Right. Okay. Maybe some other coaches don't feel that same way, but if this is what you look for, if you saying this is what we look for, then that's, no, I wasn't offended by it at all. Okay, and y'all dropping the comments. But I don't have a son. Okay.
I don't have a son that's playing football
So
either.
do you think that would make a difference in your response to it or your feelings about it if you had a son?
For me, I don't think so, because I would want my son to get somebody who was a coach that was strong, that was doing the thing, that was producing results.
Okay.
And the thing is,
That's
like
good right
a lot of single mothers, they want their boys, if they have a skill in football, they want their boys to get out there.
Yeah.
And you can get them out of the, you might be in a low income neighborhood or whatever. They want to live in a mansion. They want to live, better than what they're living.
Right.
And if their sons can provide that way, oh well.
Okay. No, you bring up a good point right there. I want to piggyback off of that. Pastor Tuck, jump in, please, sir. Your thoughts. I'm coming to the comments too to get your thoughts on. Drop in the comments whether you thought what Deion Sanders had to say, whether that was too much, too sensitive.
Pastor.
Well, I mean,
Pastor Tuck. Pastor Tuck. Pastor Tuck.
This level is certified.
well, my perspective is this: if it's the truth, I don't see it being offensive.
Okay.
Okay. I told you my former pastor used to say something all the time. Say, you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the hit one gonna holler.
Yeah.
So you can't hurt my feelings if you ain't talking about me.
Right.
And that's the thing, and so I recognize that some people may find it offensive because it may be, you talking about my family, you talking about my son, it's that. Well, okay, well, if that's the case, is he telling the truth? And so did he say something wrong?
Yeah.
That's the case. If he says something that was out of character, because the truth of the matter is a whole lot of people in these situations, those same situations he described, you've been raising that boy up since he was 7 years old, pushing him because you wanted him to go out here and get an NFL contract to get you out the project.
Right.
That's right.
And that's why that boy play with reckless abandon. That's why that boy play like that. That's why you're not gonna go out here and take that boy's spot. Because that boy like, I gotta get mom out them projects.
Yeah.
That's why he playing like that. And that's why that coach like, that's who he looking for.
Yeah.
Because he wants somebody going out here trying to take that other boy, that quarterback that they talking about that came from that nice 2-parent home, they got that 3-5. They want somebody about to take that boy head off.
Yep.
Because that's who on the other side of that ball. That's who they looking for. Yeah. They want somebody that's a hunter. They don't want nobody over there that's a nurturer or that's a gatherer. Right. No,
that's measured. He's measured.
Well, let's make sure he lands softly on the ground. No, they want somebody to send him out here on the ambulance. That's who they looking for. Is that guy? That's who he wants on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, if Nick Saban had said that, the African American community would have had a problem with it.
Oh yeah. Somebody said that in the comment. Who said that? Who said that? Somebody said that. It's a couple of men. I saw it in the comments. Beverly Brown, what's up, Beverly? She said if a white person said it, it would be offended. Yeah.
And see, this is the exact point I preached on last week. When I told them, when we talked about being in our feelings, I said a comment in itself is not offensive. It's how you receive it. Because it's whether or not you want to be offended by it. You have that choice.
Yeah.
Because you have to choose how you receive it. Because that very same word that my friend brother Miguel Lloyd joking me in the comments talking about, I almost let it go. Like I said, that same word, if I say it or somebody from another culture says it, you don't find it offensive.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, because we choose to be offended by it.
Yeah.
And so what Deion is saying is, Deion's like, look here, I'm just telling y'all the truth.
Yeah.
Because Deion like, this is what Nick Saban them do. And y'all ain't been behind these doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm letting y'all know what goes on behind these doors.
And to that point right there, that's
you keep bringing your kids in here, and I'm gonna be honest with you about your kids. I'm gonna be honest with you how I'm gonna deal with your kids. Right. And now you want to be mad with me because I'm telling you the truth.
But
and Nick gonna come sit in your living room and lie to you.
And that's a good point right there, because that gives, I think what that provides is perspective, because I never heard that before. No. I've never heard that perspective. And I've had two sons of mine to play football. Elijah played the longest. I've never heard any of that from any coach ever. And of course, why would they say that to me? So again, I mean, so you can argue the point fairly or not, or whether he should have said it there. But it's just facts. I thought it was great perspective. And
I'm like I said, and my thing is this whole thing, and I'm one of these people. Like when they talk about how, when, and I know we're going to talk about Chris Rock a little bit later, but and not even trying to shift comments, but it's like when they talked about how when Will smacked Chris on the Oscars, they talked about how egregious it was because he smacked him on the Oscars, because that was the white folk show. I'm like,
yeah. Would have been better if he'd have slapped him on the Source Awards?
Exactly. Yeah. The fact that he smacked the man was the problem.
Yeah.
You see, the fact that we keep giving credence to this fact, well, you better not act like that in front of them folk. Who the problem? We the problem.
Why you did your voice like that? Why y'all couldn't see him in Clubhouse. He kind of bucked his eyes too. You know better.
Because that's the spirit behind it. Mm-hmm. That's the spirit behind it.
Round chair. Get away from round chair.
Don't you let them folk hear you talk like that. What's wrong with you?
You gonna get all us beat round chair.
Exactly. And it's like why? Why are we so concerned? That's an issue for us that we got to deal with, because I'm like, bro, I ain't thinking about y'all. See, and when you get free, you free, and Deion free. Deion like, man, y'all don't even understand. Okay. I ain't thinking about these folks.
You know what? Miguel Lord is in the building, and Miguel. Miguel, if you got your mic, if you available, I'm gonna have you to come up in a little bit if you available. Miguel Law always has great perspective. He said, obviously your two parent behind didn't raise a D lineman.
Exactly. And that's exactly it.
Elijah played multiple positions. He moved around. So yeah,
good parenting does not facilitate the dog.
Exactly. They're not scouting you for that.
It's funny. Hold on, before Jason gave his comments, I need to play something. Let me. No, there we go. His lighting is so sexy. He needs some R&B music. Yeah, coming to the stage,
y'all. Come on in on Jay.
Coming to the stage, family. He is he's our R&B sexy commentator for co-host of the Akintunde Show.
That's right.
So let's got the track. Don't disturb this groove.
That's right.
Jason Earl.
So I'm about to give my comments on.
Everybody get ready.
Single mothers.
Everybody get ready. With the sexy lighting
coming up right
sexy
now.
Lighting.
My man,
Jason.
Better known
keep on running in and out of my life.
Keep running.
Keep on running in and out of my life.
Oh my God. Jason Earl, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, Clubhouse. I know y'all can't see it, but Jason has a beautiful, rich purple background and some sexy overhead mood lighting hitting his face in the most perfect way.
That's hysterical. I should have put some oil on this hair of mine. Make it glisten.
Oh man, go ahead, sir. What your thoughts on all
what
this?
Y'all really don't see is Terry's waiting over in the back wing, like
Terry, like
with the pose.
Hurry up, Jason. After the show.
Truth devotion.
But man, so Jason, would you agree with your thoughts on what Deion had to say? Again, y'all, if you just come into the room, we're talking about, are we too sensitive? Chris Rock and Deion Sanders, their comments recently. Chris Rock's, of course, comedy special that just dropped this past weekend. Everybody's talking about it. And, of course, now, still the lingering comments, the sting of Deion Sanders' comments. Coach Prime, also known as. But, Jason, your thoughts on whether you know what Deion Sanders had to say. And I'm coming to the comments, y'all. I see y'all filling them up. Y'all on fire in these comments. We had almost 100 comments already, and we not even halfway through the show yet. So, but your thoughts, sir?
3 things. 1, I want to encourage everybody to follow and log on and on any platform and go to mychurch.com. And I need y'all to just follow Pastor Tuck and listen to his messages. And along that 1B is Pastor Tuck, I need them sound bites on the internet for the world to hear, bro.
Yeah.
Just about people being sensitive, people being in their emotions,
Yeah.
people being quick to shoot the race card.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, in the name of Jesus, you need to be putting them clips out there.
Yeah.
Dude,
Shout out to the homie Kelby. Come on, Kelby.
Yeah, dude. That stuff is gonna set some captives free.
Yeah.
In their mind. Because we are way too sensitive. And I'll get into that a little bit more. Secondly, and you'll probably go over this in Demond in the comments what Demond said, man. Bobby Boucher, one of the greatest football players of all times.
Yeah. That's my guy.
Came from a single mom.
That's my guy.
And
Hilarious.
a mom who wouldn't let him play, so he had to, all that emotional abuse.
He was hungry.
Emotional abuse and a mama. So
That's
And when he
And
came
I-
on the
listen-
field, boy, things changed.
absolutely, bro. And I'm looking at. I had one son who was at points was a dog on the field, but he was also a linebacker. And I'm like, man, I should have been a horrible father if I really wanted him to play on the next level.
interesting.
Should have beat him. You should have beat him more.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, don't feed him.
made him sleep on the floor again. Give him a pallet, leave him in the garage. I mean, it's like
Now,
hilarious.
Drew, my second son, my 4th child. He's got he's got 2 great parents, I think, and but he's always fought because he's super intellectual. He's always hated being the youngest or the number 4. So even when he started playing football, he got the number 1 because we call all the kids by their birth order. So we always call him A4. When he played football, he was like, "I'm number 1." Forget that. So he got a little baggage that might make him great.
The rest of the siblings pick on him enough for him.
Yeah.
Look, I've witnessed how they pick on him. So
Absolutely.
he gets his dog authentically.
Absolutely.
He said baggage. That is hilarious.
My man Drew, like, yo, I'm gonna get this aggression out somewhere because y'all ain't gonna keep riding me.
Dude, that is Drew all day long.
That's funny.
One of his siblings, they were outside, had some sticks, and one of them broke his stick. He came in the house and got one of their art projects and ripped it. Like,
Wow.
Yo, man,
he's got it.
He said one of the art projects.
look, they was playing this game. What was it? Category? Something they was playing.
Yes, categories.
When we was at the house, and you know how you got to find words with this letter. My man that came up with a word, and everybody at the table, it's like 7 of them playing. They conspiring against him, telling him his words are not legitimate words. He beating the brakes off him, and they keep conspiring against him, voting his words down. And he said, "Uncle Chuck, come on, man, come on." I said, "Man, I ain't in the game, man. I'm with you, bro." But I see what they're doing to you, bro. I see what they're doing to you. They're doing you wrong. They're doing you dirty.
Them siblings are hard on you, boy.
Look, even his uncle was in there working against him. Man. His uncle decided with the rest of the kids. I'm like, come on, bro, you wrong.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It prepares you. I'm telling you, having a big family, all those different things prepare you for different areas of your life. And to your point, to both of y'all's point, I see all of y'all points. I think I'm coming to the comments, y'all. I think that we are in a time. Let me just talk to men for a minute. Let me give you my thoughts on it. I think that we're in a time where that's like 12 A's, way too sensitive. We raising some punk behind grown men. Nobody can't say nothing to you. Your supervisor can't say nothing to you. You don't like the way he said it. Your daddy can't say nothing to you. You don't like the way he said. You don't talk to your daddy no more because he said something to you when you was in 12th grade. You still carrying that baggage, and then sometimes you got people in your family who uphold your sensitivity. Let me tell you something. Ralph Tresvant was the only person ever in a song to ever say that we need a man with sensitivity. Your woman need a man with some integrity, with some backbone, with some work ethic that can go out there and tackle some problems and have some issues. When you got grown men around here leaving women because they got cancer, they can't show up for issues because it's just too hard. It's just soft. We raising soft dudes around here, and so that's
soft
one thing.
As a loaf of bread.
Soft. I'm talking about fresh loaf of bread. I'm talking about the same day bread. I'm talking about that bread when you touch it, it leave a full fingerprint in it. I'm talking about
soft as the Pillsbury Doughboy.
But you know what?
Touch them in the stomach and they go.
So I've been doing a study on generations.
I'm sorry, this joker said.
Yeah, I know.
I got that visual. Wake up, you little punk joker! You soft. Stop that doggone giggling. Go. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm coming to y'all comments. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, bro. So I've been studying generations, and of course, one of the characteristics of Gen Z, which are today's teenagers and young adults, they're creative, open-minded, and sensitive. Though, and so you look at Gen X, independent, flexible, and skeptical, and that's what most of us are. And then some of us, but we were raised by baby boomers, who are and baby boomers. They're competitive, confident, and sociable. Who were raised by silent generation, and they're traditional, patient, responsible.
Wow. Give me those again. Go. I'm sorry. Go back.
All right. So let me start first. So the greatest generation, which was our great grandparents.
Yeah, it's the 30s and 40s.
Our great grandparents.
Yeah.
They're disciplined, determined, and resilient.
Yeah.
Silent generation, which is most of our grandparents, were traditional, patient, and responsible. Baby boomers,
definitely not me.
Baby boomers are competitive, confident, and sociable.
Interesting.
And then we got Gen X.
That's us.
Which is independent, skeptical, and flexible.
Interesting.
I think I fall somewhere in between that baby boomer and Gen X.
Yeah.
Characteristics wise.
I would agree with you on that. Yeah. That's that. I would say your personality is like in between that.
Yeah. Gen Z is creative, open-minded, and sensitive. And Generation Alpha, who like the 8 years old and under right now, they're logical, objective, and self-aware.
I can do something with them.
Yeah, that's right. You see this pattern.
I can do something with them. Yeah, I can do something with them.
Yeah.
Send me them. I can do something with them. We can change the world. You give me them.
Yeah. And let me shout out the room real quick. Let me shout out some folks who are now here that wasn't early when I did my shout out. What's up, D? How you doing, D? D out there on the water in her profile pic. Love it. Mocha, what's up, Mocha? Pastor Stephanie's in the building. What's up, ma'am? How you doing? That's Pastor Tuck's Grip. Come on,
my
now.
baby.
There it is. What's up, Sister Kelly? How you doing, ma'am? Good to see you this fine Tuesday. Leslie Ashley's in the building. What's up, ma'am? How you doing? Yes. Paul, what's up, Paul? Paul ain't got no profile pic. What's going on? Just a white picture. What's going on? Ronice is in the house. Over the shoulder shot. There we go. Dondria is in the house. What's up, Dondria? How you doing? Demond Cherry is in the building. What to do, sir? E, my mother-in-law is in the building. Not mother-in-law. But mother-in-law, she is in the house. Brought me a man bag last week. Thank you so much. Liz is in the house.
She bought Unissa a purse and you stole it. Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
I got so scared because all I heard was she brought me a man bag, and I was like, man bag. Man bag?
Man
in the world?
She bought Unissa a purse and Ox stole it.
Man bag.
That's hysterical.
Me and Tristan have the same bag. Yeah.
Tristan, don't do everything Og does. Do not do everything that Og does. You need to verify. Jason, he does not have a one strap backpack like you and I have. He got a purse.
Oh snap!
I'm gonna
I
give
know
mother,
exactly
mother,
what
I'm
you're
gonna give
talking
you Pastor
about.
Tuck's number. I'm gonna let you call and jump on.
And
Pastor
when he
Tuck.
walks, he holds it with his elbow bent and his other palm facing the
There
ground.
you go. Look, Donna thought it was hers. Donna mistaked it for hers.
Ignorant. Ashley Bailey's in the house. Terrence is in the house. Good morning, everybody. Let's get to some of these comments. I ain't mess with Pastor Tuck right now. But Mocha Tossin said Gen Alpha, the enemy is after. Ooh, that's why they putting trans reading hour in elementary school. Drop the mic, and leave the building. You can leave the stage on that, Mocha Tossin.
PSA. You better start homeschooling your children. I done told y'all.
Yeah.
I done told y'all once.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell y'all again. You keep on letting these folk educate your kids, and you're gonna be wondering what you got coming home.
Leon is wrong. Leon to my sachet Shantae. You are wrong for that, Leon. Now, guess again. See, Leon got a bad habit of putting songs in my head.
Shantae.
Now that hot garbage food is gonna be stuck in
Yeah.
my head for the next couple
you
of
mess
days.
around and sing it out loud when you got your first song. Somebody gonna walk up to you. You gonna end up needing some bail money. I'm gonna end up punching somebody in the mouth. Somebody gonna approach him. Well, I mean, you had the first song, you were singing the song, you gave all the signals.
You better not take that back to Atlanta.
Let me tell you something. Atlanta is. I've been approached by a man twice. I've had a man do some gay stuff twice. One was on the road as a young comedian in my late 20s, and the other one was he didn't approach me. The dude gave me the dirtiest look. That's when I literally was like, I apologize to every woman I ever in my prior days who I ever gawked at, ever gave a second look at. The dude gave me the dirtiest look. I looked back at that joke. Hey, sir, do you want me to walk past this bank and slap you with this telephone in my hand, sir? I'm sorry. Anyway,
That was probably because he had seen your picture.
Pastor Tuck and Jason, go and stand in the corner.
So that picture where I laid back. He was like, he said, "That's the guy. That's the guy."
Did y'all see Pastor Tuck in his Kappa pictures? Hugged up like Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Did y'all see?
You ain't see none of that in that Kappa picture of mine, boy.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Leslie Ashley said, I told you guys about the guy last week who didn't pay child support but had his nails done, which cost at least $150 a month.
Yeah,
Wow.
she did say that. Talking about
Wow.
they set up in there filing for divorce, talking about with her nails looking better than hers.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus. What is going on, y'all? We live in an interesting time. What did Kimberly said? Kimberly said Tyler Perry killed Atlanta when he moved there with his foolishness. Yeah,
No, he just brought him to life. That's all. He just brought him out the woodwork.
Yeah, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Atlanta has been the
Hotbed.
Yeah, it is. It's been
Since the Atlanta child murderers.
Yeah, that's been going on for a long time. That's why they call it Hot Atlanta.
Listen, so y'all comments. I really want to know what do y'all think? Do y'all think that specifically about sensitivity? I'm trying to y'all let me know if y'all see anything on Clubhouse or in Facebook.
Facebook. Quiet Storm Fitness says if that's what they do. Talking about Deion's comments. She said true. Wait a minute. I think this is her. Hold on. No, Angela D. Burns said true. Perception is everything. Quiet Storm says, if that's what they do, that's what they do. I can't say I found it offensive. I didn't like it. Rather didn't think that's fair because I think you may miss out on some great talent, but can't be offended with truth. You know, and that's a very true statement because, like I said, but I don't think that that's their, be all end all, but that's like their that's like their initial what you call it, that's their initial targeting filter that they use when they're looking for a talent. That's not the only thing that they'll take, but of course when they're looking, that's what they use as an immediate filter.
Yeah. Shout out to my sister Marie Brown, Quiet Storm Fitness, and thank you, man, for coming in and hanging out with us. Phenomenal fitness center and fitness coach and expert. Thank you, ma'am. Who was the second comment?
That was Angela D. Burns.
Pastor Burns. Pastor, that is Pastor Anthony Burns, First Lady Burns, Pastor Anthony Burns' wife. Thank you, ma'am, for hanging out with us. We appreciate. We don't take it lightly at all that you would be in the house.
Said, yes, Deion Sanders is definitely free. He knows who God is and know that he is his judge over his life. So what can people do to you? Deion said nothing. Karen Earls, Mama Earls.
Mother Earls.
What up, Mama?
And I guess that might be Papa Earls on her because you got Papa Earls in parentheses. Said, I was born the younger of 11. I believe that's Papa Earls talking.
Okay.
Every day it was open season. I didn't get much sympathy from my mom. She would tell me to get a shell on my back and go and just as hard at them. You learn to give it back when the pack attacks you. Those outside of the household can come at you as hard as your family.
Wow.
That's true. Yeah. So that's the story in the fam, man. Like, so he would always get teased by all his older brothers.
Really?
And he would cry. And then he would go to my grandma. She was like, boy, you better go back there and get some tough skin. She was no sympathy.
Hold on now. So grandma did not rescue Pop Earls from the ridicule from his siblings.
Nope. And actually from that's why Drew get more baggage, because I'm like, dude, I can't help you, bro.
and you know, that's funny because I tell you, at an early age, when I was real young, and I remember, man, people picking on me, and I remember getting upset because somebody had said something to me, and I remember telling my mama said they talked about Jesus. You better than him?
Wow.
But I was like,
but here's the thing,
that changed my perspective.
Here's the thing, but look at what Papa Earl said, Pastor Earl's Jason's daddy, Pop/Pastor Earl's, and then look at what your mom said. The difference is today, if that would have happened, what would have happened was somebody would have been coddled, would have been offended, not across the board, maybe not all you moms, maybe not all you dads. But it's a lot of justification. It's a lot of, oh, they shouldn't say that. Oh, that's wrong. Instead of, nah, come on, get it. Buck up. Like I'm just going to say this right here. I have a problem with our focus on bullying today. I think that we are so focused on bullying. I do agree. Kids are way too mean now. And I do have at least some respect for the in-your-face school bully. Who bully you in your face, but particularly if you a social media bully, you an internet bully, you soft, you weak because you wouldn't do that in nobody's face. But anyway, I digress.
No, don't digress, because you know where that agenda came from. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead,
dude. The bullying agenda was actually part of the homosexual agenda.
Yep, LGBT. That's where it came from.
I can see that.
That's where it came from.
I can see that. Interesting.
That's all part of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And again, I'm not saying that your kids should be in school being mean. I'm not justifying that behavior at all. I will say this: some stuff you can't rescue your children from. They got to go out and figure that out. How do you respond to that?
You got people in the workplace that still bully people.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
At some point, you got to learn to stand up for yourself.
And
the temptation. Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is some of the stuff that I believe is going on is with some of this workplace violence. Some of it's crazy, racist stuff. Some of the stuff people never been on that job. But a lot of these guys who might have, and mind you, it's all men. I don't know one case. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know one case of a woman walking back into her job, killing everybody, or shooting up everybody. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. But a lot of these situations where you got a man going back into the workplace after he got fired, got laid off or whatever, and shooting up the place, a lot of it, I'm saying, like, dude, why do you think you're justified just because somebody might have been mean to you, or somebody might have been a jerk to you, or because you lost your job, because they didn't understand you, whatever? Why do you think on any level that you are justified to go in there and kill somebody? It's not all mental illness. I believe some of that is an entitlement mindset. That's next week's topic.
And I'm not being a proponent of violence at all.
At all.
But my whole thing is, why are you going to be there killing everybody at the job? If you got a problem with somebody, why don't you just deal with that person?
It's this soft mindset of I'm taking everybody out. It's crazy. I mean, but again, that's the mindset.
It's because you're not strong enough to confront the person who you got an issue with.
Like
so you just gonna shoot at everybody, because like I said, if I got a problem with Jason, me and Jason going toe to toe.
Yeah.
I ain't coming up here and gonna take you and Donna out hoping to get Jason.
But here's the whole thing. What happened to the days? I remember this. I'm gonna play the comment. I'm gonna play Deion Sanders' comments again, and then I got Miguel Lloyd. I'm about to bring Miguel Lloyd into the conversation, and then we're gonna talk about Chris Rock.
We also got some Clubhouse comments I want to read too.
Okay, perfect. So here's the thing. I remember my dad, my father. Okay, I was 7 years old. My father used to pick my uncle up from work, and it was a guy at his job that would make comments to him. I remember my dad parking behind the truck. I could not see what was happening. I remember he got out the truck, slammed the door, and I remember them old school dress shoes. All I heard was I heard my dad walk around the back of the car, and then disappear on the other side of the truck. And then I heard noise. I heard them going back and forth, and then all I heard was this right here. That's all I heard was dress shoes on concrete for about 40, 60 seconds. Them jokers over there scuffling.
Scuffle game.
And then apparently what I later learned was my father had done knocked the dude to the ground, cracked his ribs. My dad gets in the car. He's driving with his left hand. Never forget it. Right hand up in the air. He driving with left hand. He had broke his hand. He took me to the house. They went to the emergency room. But I'm not saying that's the way you deal with it.
Hey.
But he had a problem. He took dude outside to handle their business. I'm not saying it's the way to deal with it.
My older brother, I remember my older brother hit a dude one day, and all you saw was his feet sticking out from up under the truck. He slid him up under, a truck.
To be clear, because I know, we got a hot comment yesterday from Pastor Lenny's show that we got to address on because me and Pastor Lenny was acting a fool. But I will say this. We're not in any way condoning, or in any way condoning violence at all. Okay, I'm gonna play Deion's comments. I'm coming to Miguel Lloyd, and then we go into y'all comments before we switch to Chris Rock. Again, y'all, if you just come into the room, we just checking in with this is the Akintunde Show on Clubhouse inside the Kingdom Business Network room. Facebook, we on Facebook, we on Twitter, and we also on something else. I forgot, just that quick. Anyway, if you just tuned in, we're talking about, are we too sensitive? Talking about specifically Chris Rock's comedy special, the comments that he made about Will Smith, which I think were totally justified. Joker slap you. That'd be glad. All I did was talk about you. And Deion Sanders, Coach Prime made these comments right here on the Rich Eisner Show.
We have different attributes: smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. Yep. We're looking at now quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent. Mm-hmm. We want that kid to be 3-5 and up because he's got to be smart. Mm-hmm. Not bad decisions off the field at all, because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for when we see a quarterback. And you would love a coach's son. Somewhere that the coach has coached him, and I'm not going down my road. I see you smiling because
I know who your quarterback is.
He's
right
talking
now.
about my son. I didn't just build a template for my son, but that's what really we look for in quarterbacks. Different positions are different. Like O lineman, I look for dual parent homes,
right?
A strong father that they adhere to,
right?
Smart kid, at least 3.3 and above.
You're also describing Hurts.
Yeah, tough.
Well. I mean,
physical. I mean, offensive line. My defensive line is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama, trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I mean, I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight.
Trying to get out the mud.
And I want him to just go get it. It's a whole different attributes that you look for in different positions, and we have that stuff just chronicled. We know what we want, and we go get it.
All right, that's Deion Sanders on the Rich Eisner Show. He made some comments, take a lot of heat. on social media, Twitter, particularly on Twitter and YouTube. A lot of folks had a problem with what he had to say. This brother right here, he hosts a show called Life Full Circle Radio, Facebook Live, and other platforms. He is a producer and a great marketer, and I've done a lot of good work with this brother right here. Matter of fact, after this show right here, we're posting a new sizzle reel. 2 of those projects on the sizzle reel came directly through my brother Miguel Lloyd. Miguel Lloyd, what's up, sir? Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother. How you feeling?
2 steps above phenomenal and getting better. We better now that you on the show, Miguel. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good. Noopy, what's up, man?
What's happening, Noop?
yeah. I've been listening to you guys.
Your thoughts, Miguel? Did you hear Deion's comments?
I done heard Deion's comments for 35 years. Anybody been listening to Show Me the Money, Jerry Curl, Deion Sanders, all the way up to the day.
Say it.
This ain't nothing new. You know, it's so funny. As I thought about it, I said, everything just turns into a skit in my head. I'm an old De La Soul fan, so everything is a skit in my head.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. So I just saw that whole conversation. I said, yeah, that offensive lineman is like that dude. Be like, yo, man, chill. That D lineman's like, man, get out of my way, man, get out of my way. Those are the dudes that you know, right? Offensive lineman is at the front door of the club. Yeah. The defensive lineman is on the stage throwing cats off the stage. That's it. This ain't nothing that we not, we know. But we Gen X's, so we got tough skin and we still know how to box, even though we old.
Exactly. So when you heard it, was there any part of you that was at all offended by what he had to say? And did you have any prior knowledge that was how coaches, college coaches, in any way judge players?
I have a younger brother who actually was recruited by Nick Saban to play at Michigan State.
Okay,
so, wow. So I kind of have seen that stuff firsthand, and I remember when that time when I never forget. It was years ago. It was Michigan State versus Indiana. Mm-hmm. Plaxico Burress was playing for Michigan State. It was the recruiting visit, right? It was a year before my brother was supposed to go.
Okay.
Michigan State and Randall L. who played quarterback for Indiana, and they're playing wide receiver in the league. And I'll never forget, man, when Saban walked up to my brother. My brother, he's I'm a big guy, but he's much bigger than me. He was 300 pounds then.
Wow.
And he walked up to him and said, hey, Ellington. And he kind of felt him up like he was on the slave line, like,
wow.
And he was talking to him, and all of a sudden this big kid walked by. Was an offensive lineman, was about 2 inches taller than my brother, man. He had a Kango hat on, a long trench coat, and some high tops. Mm-hmm. And by the time that boy walked by, he was like, hold on. And just kept walking with the other kid. Mm-hmm. My brother was like, oh, man, I beasted him in the camp. I said, but did you see what just happened? Brother, you are a piece of meat to these guys, man. Yep. And so I see it, and it is what it is. And Deion Sanders is just telling you what, like you said earlier, he just saying what them white boys are doing all day and on Sunday. They sizing them up. We are literally at the tail end of the combines. It's been on TV for the last week, and all you see is these brothers in the tight underwear running around, running the 40 and jumping and hitting and all that type of stuff. It's that time of the year, man. They sizing these brothers up.
Interesting. Yeah, when you make the slave analogy, with slave comparison, it definitely is when you look at what you normally see in these environments, in these football environments, where you just playing and running, trying to show how strong, tough you are for a spot. Again, it's great spoils because the victors who get it's great spoils, it's great money, but it does remind you of the whole mindset of that buck mentality, that slave mentality. Is like, come on, right here, let me check your teeth, let me look at your eyes,
Right.
But I guess the thing is though, do you think, and this is my one problem with what Deion said, I don't think he should have said it out loud.
No. Don't get me wrong. There's a reward for those brothers for being sized up like that. Minimum 3 years. Some of them lucky enough to get 15 years and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But Deion Sanders, like we said, it's a family conversation that he had with Rich Eisen, and we're like, ooh. Come on, man. We talk about that around the spades table. We don't talk about that sitting there with the white dude on in NFL Network, man. Come on, bro. we know, we know, but it is what it is.
Oh, that's funny.
But I think what he was actually doing was exposing them to us, because it's not like he was telling our secret; he was telling their secret.
Yeah. Do
you see what I'm saying? Right. It's not like he was saying, well, this what we do. Because see, our conversations happen around the spades table. They're our secrets. This is their secret, and so he's exposing their secret on their show to us, and we mad for him for telling us how they operate, because for the first time we get a look inside their room.
Yeah.
I think it helps to strategize. It's like, man, I should have had my sons play offense instead of defense. Yeah. Like if you're a single mama, take that boy off offense, put him on defense.
But here's the whole thing. Well, here's one pushback to that. The thing is today is if you got a son who being coddled by his mama, you need to keep that joker right where he is. If you not, because clearly that ferocious attitude comes out of that desire to get yourself, your family, your mama, everybody up to that next level. If you ain't got that, you better stay on that offensive line. But them defensive players, when he said it, I was like, oh, wow, that's. Yeah. And again, Deion's probably looking at himself. I don't know what Deion's background. I don't know what his family construct was. So, but I think it was like you said, Miguel. It's something you say at the spades table. You don't say it on national TV. And I saw your comments, Leslie, about me not knowing how to play spades yet. True that. I still drag. Oh, don't.
Yeah, you missed that, Miguel. You missed that.
Miguel.
Your boy just learned.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Get him,
that must
Miguel.
mean your kids can't play either.
My children.
It's generational now.
Yes. That's a generational curse. Generational curse that he is now starting to produce.
For the record, but it's not a curse. Me and my children play Uno and Jenga. That's what we play. Uno and Jenga. Those are our household games.
And that's why they stopped playing football right there. That's why they stopped playing football.
Right. See, that's
Uno and Jenga.
Right there. Y'all playing Uno and Jenga and y'all grown, man. Those children's games now. Come on, man. You got to be able to bust some spades, bro.
And Miguel had a nerve to say he went to a HBCU. I want to see some transcripts. I want to see some transcripts. I'm about to hit up my
Savannah State family. Like, did he really go there?
Yeah, I want to see some transcripts. Show me some yearbook pictures. I need some proof of that.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Deion, right? You somehow your subject matter for the show is man. Why y'all taking that man so seriously? Deion Sanders is a provocateur. He's the best marketer in the history of the NFL.
That's some good marketing right there. He is some good. That's some good marketing.
He is always going. The GOAT. Nobody has done it in the NFL like him in the history of
the GOAT.
When it's done the marketing.
Yeah.
So I it was tongue in cheek. He said what he said. He's trying to build a program out there in Colorado, and it is what it is. But we won't be, if he don't get no wins in the next 2 years. Then we'll see what his next step will be. He gonna handle his business out there.
He might need to change his theory. Hardship. Okay, I'm coming to your comments, but hardship is 11:13. We got probably less than 20 minutes left in the show. All right. So of course on this past Saturday, Chris Rock's brand new special debuted on Netflix. First time ever in history that Netflix had a live television special. And no matter what, Chris Rock took the shame. Whatever came from him being slapped by Will Smith, I would say the benefit of whatever check. I know a live comedy special. I know if Netflix gave Dave Chappelle 60 for 3, I would assume
20, 40 million. I heard between 20 and 40 million.
That's what okay.
They say it was 40 million now.
Wow, 40 million
plus the slap.
Between 20 and 40 is what I heard. I heard 20, and then of course, depending on subscribers, how many people subscribe based on it.
God, yeah. So he got some back end on that bad boy too. God, yeah, because if my Netflix subscription wasn't updated, I would have to update it right now because I got to see that special. What I saw was hilarious. First of all, did anybody see the full special?
I did.
Yeah, I saw the full special.
Okay,
I did not.
Okay, me and Jason, ironically, the two professional comedians.
Hey, we're trying to keep our stuff uncontaminated by others.
I get it.
I did for research purposes.
Okay.
For this
I fell
conversation.
asleep through a good bit of it.
Okay. Oh,
I did because it was funny. I watched it twice.
You watched it twice, Donna.
Yeah.
Wow.
My comments will probably be a little unpopular.
Okay. Did you think the special overall, outside of the whole slap piece, was solid? That's to the two noops in the room.
To myself,
Yeah,
I would say no. I would say no. You know I'm a connoisseur of comedy.
Yeah, right.
And I would say no. I think the majority of that special was him building to the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really?
I think he tried to slap. To me, it almost looked like he slapped together some stuff, trying to build for that last 10 minutes.
Interesting.
For him
Absolutely.
to bag on Will.
Wow.
And so for me, the majority of it was not funny. He made a couple of jokes in there that I actually snickered at. But for the most of it, it was just a bunch of crassness. It was just a bunch of, dude, this ain't funny. I mean, I've seen a bunch of stuff that I think is hilarious. I mean, Deion Cole. Your buddy, I forget what's his name, the guy that just passed right after getting his Netflix special.
Oh yeah, David Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bunch of guys that I think are way more hilarious than this. And and they actually got, you can tell this is good content. This was just a bunch of stuff because he had to do something to get this off of him. And this was it. But that last 10 minutes, he went in. That last 10 minutes, I said, now if I could get that first 50 minutes of my life back, I'd appreciate it. But that last 10 minutes,
it was worth it.
If he'd have done that up front, I really would have appreciated if this was a 10-minute special.
Interesting. Wow.
The whole 10 minutes.
Wow.
I'm with you, Tuck. I was struggling to stay awake because I didn't see it live. I was out.
Okay.
And so I came home. I was home by, right when they was wrapping up. And then I could watch it. I started at maybe 11 o'clock at night. I could not stay awake. But my thing was, and that's probably because I'm old. But anyway, I'm not
younger than me, Miguel. You a year younger than me.
Yeah. But here's the thing about me and Chris. Me and Chris Rock, I don't dislike Chris Rock. It's just, but I'm not running to Netflix or any other thing to watch his specials.
Me neither.
He's always been that safe Negro for white folk, right? And so that's always been his style of comedy.
Even after Bring the Pain?
I consider him. I consider him.
Bring the Pain.
I see why he would say that though. I
consider him Dave Chappelle light.
Ooh,
right. Ooh. He was Dave Chappelle. He got big before Dave Chappelle. Now he's probably Dave and I are about the same age. I would say that Chris is probably 7-8 years older. But Dave
Chappelle is a whole lot better version.
He's a whole lot better. Absolutely.
Dave Chappelle is a genius at what he does. Absolutely. And if you put them in the same category, Chris is nowhere near on Dave's level.
No.
My niece,
a writer. No.
My niece told me like this. She said the difference is, like, Chris Rock was like an old school comedy special where he just telling jokes where some people could say it's mean, as opposed to Dave Chappelle. They'll talk about the same thing, but Dave Chappelle is going to give you some life impact, some things for you to think about.
Correct.
That may shift the way that
Dave
you
Chappelle
think.
is a satirist.
Yeah.
Versus Chris Rock is just somebody just being crass.
He being crass and looking to the crowd to see he respond. One thing I'm surprised nobody's talking about. That abortion set was absolutely appalling.
Oh my God, that was horrible. That's what they should have been offended by. That's what they been offended by.
See, I haven't. Yeah, again, I gotta see that.
He does a whole set talking about how you should abort all kids all the way up to 4 years old. Just abort them.
Oh,
and I'm just like,
wow.
That to me was just like, bruh, that's terrible.
Wow.
And then so you can tell he has a lot of anger issues, and beyond comedy, because there's certain things that, but the whole rant at the end, I get it. I said a year ago, he's not going to talk about this in public. He's going to tour this material, and he's going to make money off of it. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But the way he ended up, I was just like, he treated Jada Pinkett like he was like that was his baby mama that he couldn't stand. He just went in and just like legit. If they're ever in the same room again, as in Will, Chris, and Jada, Chris better make sure he stays on the other side of the room, because Will might catch him in the bathroom and just punch him in his gut.
It's gonna be more than a slap.
bruh, it was.
Jada might catch him in the bathroom.
Yeah, I think he's probably got more to fear from Jada than
That's
he does
what I
from
said.
Will,
Jada might be the one.
because I think this incident cost Will too much for Will to get in his emotions again about it.
So let me give you my thoughts about that part. I did see that 10 minutes. I've seen a large part of that 10 minutes.
Should I get off right now? Because go ahead.
Well, I'm saying you haven't seen. I haven't seen it either. What I saw was hilarious and funny. I thought it was definitely bitey. I thought it was true. And my thing is would I have handled it like that? No, I wouldn't have said all of that. But was it relevant? Was it funny? Was it at the core what he said about the whole Will Smith situation? It was true. I was like, yeah, he said it. And again, you can argue the point: should he have gone after the man's wife again? That's what caused the problem in the first place. No, you shouldn't have.
Right.
So
it was justifiable homicide.
He got it off his chest. I'm glad. I'm glad he got it off his chest, and I'm just like, okay, dude, don't run with this material no more. You got it off your chest.
Exactly.
Everybody's been waiting to hear from you. We've heard from you. We don't want to hear you talking about this no more. It's done.
But I think
should Will come back to the Oscars now?
Absolutely.
Will,
I ain't even been mad with Will no more.
Will, he got a 10-year ban.
Yeah,
he's banned for 10 years. He can't come to Oscars for 10 years. He can go to Golden Globes and all the other stuff, but he can't play. But here's my point. My point is that I think that what Chris Rock's perspective on it, to me, it's indicative of what he did on his last special. His last special, he was bitey, and you can tell he was still kind of rearing from his divorce. And I've seen a few comics to kind of bring their personal stuff out on stage, and you can see, okay, this left being funny. Richard Pryor.
That was the funniest joke of the night, though, when he talked about his ex-wife.
See, I didn't see the first one. I mean, I didn't see this one. His previous one, to me, I was like, his relationship stuff was funny, but some of the stuff I was like, yeah, you kind of sounding like the bitter dude who's still angry with his wife.
The relationship, the stuff he said about his wife was funny, but a lot of the relationship stuff he said wasn't funny.
Was it sound like it was coming from a place of pain, a place of hurt?
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds like he hates his life. Really, it does. It sounds like this was court appointed. Like the therapist told him, you need to get this stuff out.
Pastor Tucker's on fire.
He said, you know what?
Court appointed.
Yes.
You know, like people have to go to anger management.
Yeah.
It sounds like the therapist prescribed this. It was like, you need to go get this out. And he was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna do this and make me some money in the process. So Netflix, can I get a special? And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my problems. And you could tell he was in his emotions because he messed up. He stumbled over several jokes.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
right, he did.
And I was like, bro, you're a professional. You don't do that. I don't see Chris Tucker. I don't see anybody stumble over jokes on stage.
Well, no,
at that level.
No, here's what happens though. What a lot of people don't know is in most cases like that, most of the time they record 1 or 2 shows, 2 or 3 shows. So by the time you do a first show and a second show, and you have the same clothes on, and you cut either that's 2 shows that night or 2 shows over 2 nights, and you cut them both together. What you saw was the raw takes of them not being able to sit in the room and say, take that one from the first one, take that shot from the second one. Yeah, but again, one of the most brilliant jokes ever was Chris Rock in Bring the Pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, black folks love black people, but we can't stand niggas. That's that was probably him at his best.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's why I was like, that makes sense when Miguel said he's a safe black comedian for white folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead, Ray.
No, go ahead. I was going to read a comment about Leon. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you go ahead and read the comment, brothers.
Leon said everybody forgot that Jada was with Tupac before Will and was about that life.
Yeah.
The fact that he did this show, let's not forget that he did this show in Baltimore, Jada's hometown.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah.
And that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just trolling, man. You just trolling. You gonna go to Jada Pinkett's hometown and call her all types of B's. And I'm not talking about like kind of, no, it was a hard B. Like they say a hard R. Yeah. It was like spit coming out your mouth. Yeah. That B this, that B that. I was like, bro, is it that serious?
Yeah.
Like keep it moving.
But let me ask y'all this.
I'm gonna tell you, I've seen this before. and I've seen this before. I've seen let's just call it the little guy,
little dude syndrome.
I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but the little little skinny guy that in high school that was full of himself and messed around and said something to the wrong person and got smacked in the mouth, and now he mad and he know he can't fight back. And so now around other people, he talking about the situation and all his emotion coming out, and now he, like you said, all these words and they this and they that. That's what that was on stage. Because he can't walk up.
He can't walk. He legitimately got up on that stage and said, Will attacked him because he was the softest one in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
He basically said that. He was just like, everybody been talking about your wife. Everybody, and you decided to slap me because I can't fight back. Basically, paraphrasing what I was just like, bro, you just sit up there and just played yourself. Yeah. But I guess that's self-deprecation human. It works. It works, but that was like, come on.
But that was true though.
Look, I'm gonna tell you how he said that the night of the Oscars when Will said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." He said, "Okay, I am."
I am.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. That's what he said after he got shot. Okay.
I'm done.
And he didn't call her name in the show. He didn't call her name.
He didn't?
He didn't say her name.
This show? This week?
He didn't say Jada?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
Well, it was a hard implication.
It was.
I think he just kept saying his wife. I don't
Yes, he said his wife.
I really don't think he actually spelled her name.
Wow.
He didn't. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say her name.
That is hilarious.
He just kept saying his wife.
Well,
that be
like Candyman
that
looking in the mirror. I want to say her name 3 times.
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what it's like. Y'all remember on Life where Eddie Murphy told Martin, "You better not say watch. You better say little clock."
Matter of fact, you better never say watch again. Oh, that's funny.
You better refer to her as my wife. You better not say Jada. You just better say my wife.
Wow. Leslie actually said, "LOL." He should have said, "Don't think about my wife." Y'all can check Facebook because y'all know I can't see Facebook. Let me see. Arius Wright say he didn't say her name one time. Interesting. So that's confirming.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's confirming it. That's confirming it.
Wow.
Okay. Let me ask y'all this: do you think that was for legal purposes? Because I think.
No.
I think he might have got some money. I think he might have got some money from Will Smith. Because he got an attorney, the particular attorney that he hired after the slap. From they was that person, I don't know who it was, I forgot the name right now, it escapes me. But that person was supposed to be known for getting certain types of settlements. So I think he might have got some quiet money for that slap. I don't know that to be factual at all.
If that settlement goes in that much detail and saying I'm gonna get his money, you can say my name. But you say my name, my wife's name out your mouth, I'm coming to get my money and you getting a 2-piece.
I seriously doubt that.
Wow. Pastor Stephanie said,
right. I don't know.
The therapist in the room said he didn't say her name because he knew it was a trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Leave
it to the professionals. That makes sense to me. It was obviously triggered. Yeah,
it was a trigger to Will's right cross. You don't want to pull that trigger.
Wow. Ashley Bailey said Destiny Child should have played in the background. Say my name. Say my name. When no one is around you. Them Canadians.
He called her the name that he wanted to call her. He called her the name that he wanted to call her.
Yes, he did.
He called her that all night long.
All night long.
That's the name he wanted to call. In the last 10 minutes.
Yep.
Well, y'all on fire in these comments.
But like you said, that whole show was leading up to that because he made a joke like 3 times talking about no, that wasn't no joke. I don't want no more smoke from no more rappers.
Yeah.
Yes,
he did that about 3 times that night.
Wow.
He did say that about 3 times. Yep.
Leading up to that point, because letting you know that I'm going there. So that whole, like I said, the whole show was just to get to that 10 minutes.
2 questions.
Right.
2 questions because we're a room full of Christians. Number 1, the Christian question is actually number 2. But here's the first question: do you think it would have been powerful if he would have came out and done a whole special, that was hilarious. But he did not address it. If he would have walked away from that special and did not address the slap or addressed it in a non-aggressive way, do you think he would have came out of that with looking good? Would some people always have a problem, because a lot of folks have a problem with when I talk about being sensitive. A lot of people have a problem with what he said, which I thought was funny when he said he watched Emancipation just to watch Will Smith get beat. I don't care how you feel. That's funny. I'm sorry. The comedian in me, I was like, that is funny.
But here's the thing. If he'd have came up and did that show and didn't mention that Will Smith situation, TD Jakes would have been mad.
Exactly.
He wasted the whole night.
Exactly. I think
the only reason why we watching.
Exactly. That was the only reason to watch.
Everybody was waiting.
I was expecting more. I was expecting the whole show. I was expecting the whole show
to be
about that.
At least half the show.
Joel Osteen would have like this.
Yeah. Joel Osteen would have been like, God loves you today,
Mr. Rock. That's why we were here.
God loves you today, but
Will and Jada.
I can't believe that you got up there
and didn't even talk about it.
Not one
I
time.
don't understand. Not one time. Chris,
I looked at Victoria and said,
"This sermon." Right before "This is my Bible," he's did you ever get up there?
Chris, I can't believe that that you just talked for an whole hour. You didn't address it. I believe there's some things in your heart that you're trying to hold back.
I like to start off with something funny.
Yeah, there was a situation. My wife and I were at an award show, and I can't quite remember the category, but the host was a comedian, and he was making a joke, and after he made that joke, another comedian just gets up and walks up and slaps the fire out of him. God loves you today.
God loves you, brother. Okay. Here's my second question to that point. My second question: what would be the biblical response? What would Jason Earls do as a Christian comedian if you had been slapped by? Let me see somebody who could have slapped Jason Earls. If Willie Brown would have slapped you at the Dove Awards, and then
it would have been rumbling on that stage.
If you just slapped,
would have been rumbling.
If Willie would have slapped you, what would it in your hand? If he would, but you, and you didn't do nothing that night. You let it slide, but you had a comedy special.
He would have texted Pastor Tuck.
Jason? What would you have done? If anybody would have put their hands on you, what would have been as a Christian man after you had talked to Pop Earl, talked to your pastoral leadership, talked to Terry, talked with the kids? What would Jason have done when he walked down that stage as a Christian comic, and everybody in the whole world was like, "What's he gonna say?"
First of all, brother,
let Pastor Tuck know. You know, Pastor Tuck ain't that saved.
You were one of the first people to see my comedy special, 7 Jokes I Couldn't Tell at Church.
So I need to see that one.
Oh, Miguel, you got to see that.
You got to see it, Miguel. You got to see it. You got to see it. It is hilarious. It is true, and it is bitey. And it is on the edge, but it's funny though.
You will not want any of the minutes of your life back.
I'm talking
So I think I would have the obligation to talk about it. But here's what I would do.
Okay.
So one, real talk. I'm gonna pursue. Like, we're gonna deal with it in real life. I'm gonna deal with it. We're gonna have some conversations one-on-one.
Okay.
I'll give it some time, but I'm gonna get on stage, and as I do with my comedy, I'm gonna use my words to paint a funny picture of what our lives with Christ should look like. So in other words, I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna have some comedy commentary.
Yeah.
But in the process of telling all these jokes, what it's gonna do it's gonna lead you down this path of realizing making you wrestle with how do you deal with conflict. You deal with it in a biblical way. That's how. That's my with comedy anyway. It's like when I'm telling jokes about my family, I'm making you evaluate. Like how you interact, how you disciple your family.
Well, just like there's a teaching pastor and preaching pastor, I consider Jason to be a teaching comedian. There are those of us in comedy who really try to include God's kingdom perspective in the material, no matter how strong the laughter is. It's like you can hear the message clearly behind the laughter. I would have had to have been healed before I did that special, because one thing I know about comedy is one thing I know.
Get that out. He had to shut it shut off. He couldn't even get it out to tell that tale.
Look.
What?
Was like, stop lying.
I'm so glad I'm not on camera right now, because if I was trying to slut that slide out, boy.
No.
Gabriel said, "Shut his mouth, Lord."
Right.
He said he about to lie. Stop it.
No.
Stop it now.
I would have to have been healed before I took that on stage, because else I would have probably did exactly what he did. I wouldn't have said all that, but that stuff he said about, man, I was like, the stuff that he said about that brother wife, I said, God, dog. Now again, facts is facts, truth is truth, real is real, and hey, Will Smith opened that door, right? And him and Jada opened that door. Here's the thing, people can, no matter what you say, when you put your personal life on television or on social, on video for the world to see and comment about, that's a whole other issue right there. The bottom line of it is, if you really want to get to, here's a teaching moment. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Had they not got on Red Table Talks and talked about that publicly, Chris Rock would have never got slapped.
None of this.
He would have never got slapped. That would have never transpired. The truth of the matter is, once they came and put that personal business, that's something you talk about in your room, in the solitude of your quiet space and room, and y'all hash that out. Y'all deal with it. Y'all fuss about it. Y'all argue about it. Whatever y'all gonna do, and then y'all come out whole and heal. And there ain't nobody business. Okay, but to put that out there for the world to judge and the world to see. And you on TV crying about it with that look on his face, that one snap. That, mind you, that meme that everybody talked about, that was like 2 frames. 2 frames of video of snapshot of Will Smith's face that became the meme of the decade, I believe. That Michael Jordan meme, I think, is the 2 memes of the decade. My point is, though, they put that out there for everybody to run with. I don't think the way everybody drugged Will Smith. I felt bad the way everybody drugged Will Smith, but I also felt bad because, dude, I couldn't feel so bad. You put it out there, like, dude, you put that out there. That's nobody should be talking about that. That's you and your wife business. She should have done it, but you shouldn't. Y'all shouldn't be talking about it.
And FYI, that Michael Jordan meme was 2 frames when he actually realized that LeBron was going to become the GOAT. He was
God! Oh
God!
And somebody caught him on camera. He was like, oh.
Here we
somebody
go.
caught it on camera.
Here we go.
But,
Pastor Tuck takes every opportunity.
I digress.
Every opportunity. He bad. Pastor Tuck is bad as an evangelist. You ever see somebody evangelize? You like, hey, I guess we always want to evangelize, but are we really gonna do this right this moment?
They get a Jesus juke. A Jesus juke.
Hey.
Pastor Tuck is a LeBron James, the greatest evangelist. He's always gonna put that opportunity. Oh my God! Comments, y'all. Let's get the comments. What do y'all think?
Hey, me and Donna don't get to answer the question what we would have done if we'd have got slapped.
Oh, he didn't want to know.
I mean, I'm just saying, him and Jason talked about how they would handle it.
She gonna be ready.
White folks know it would have been on and popping. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. You and Jason talking about how y'all would have handled it. I wonder how me and Donna would have handled it if we would have got slapped at Oscars. I'm just saying.
Man,
First of
it would
all,
have been on and popping.
First of all, Pastor Tuck would have been in prison somewhere because he would have pulled that gun out, and they would have ruled that was not self-defense. That was not self-defense. He got a gun! He got a gun! He got a gun!
Gone.
All I can tell you, the Oscars would have no longer been a ceremony. They would now mail you your Oscar in the mail, and it would be just an article in the newspaper from now on. They would be like, we will not be doing this anymore.
Here's the whole thing. You would have heard the 3 words that no man want to hear, and it's gonna be a little insensitive, but a black man definitely want to hear this right. Anytime you're in a party or you're in the club, you hear this right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. When you hear stay right there,
I'll be right there.
when you hear stay right there, you need to leave the premises, leave your manhood, your pride, and all that, and leave, because it ain't gonna be good.
Listen, we would have been on Clubhouse with Pastor Tuck through a plexiglass.
You wouldn't have got to stay right there. The fact when that joke wouldn't have had a chance to get back to his seat. Like,
Exactly.
That joke, slap me and try to turn your back on me if you want it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my whole thing.
That joke would have been laying face down on the stage, and I sleep face down on the stage, sleep, and I'd have went right back to and the nominees are.
Kicked him in the back and went right back to the ceremony.
That's it.
Everybody would be like, why is that joker still asleep? Why is that joker still asleep on the stage? Why is that joker still asleep on the stage? Last time he hit his back somewhere in the medulla oblongata or something, he is out.
Oh my God.
Call the paramedics and get Will up off the stage.
I'm going Jimmy Snooker off the stage.
Off the top ropes.
Full blown Ricky Steamboat.
Hey, Pastor Tuck, is Stephanie
The
Tucker
people's.
Yes, sir.
Well, look at her comment. Look at her comment in Clubhouse.
Oh, Kimberly Morgan is so funny. Tell me, listen, I was looking out the door Sunday night at those blue lights pass by the food light next to the City's Trends, next to the 540 vape shop across from the Chinese restaurant with a crayon tie. Kimberly Morgan is so hilarious and petty. Shout out to Kennedy Robinson. Shout out to Tony Tone, who came through and blessed us for First Sundays. And of course, they was dragging our location. We in the hood. Okay. The 29203 is in the hood. Let me just say this right here. It is hard to find nearly 10,000 square foot of production space at a decent rate in Columbia, South Carolina. It's hard to find this much air-conditioned open space, period. So I was like, you know what? We're going to take this. And I'll never forget, I brought Jason Earls over to this location when he came for First Sunday. And Jason said, this is what y'all call the hood? He said, well, man, I guess, I don't know. This don't look very hoodish to me.
What's it, Jay? They don't know about no hood.
No, not at all.
Oh my God.
But Kimberly was in the house. Again, that was a hilarious show. They was on. Both of them was on the spot, the location, all that's around us. It was funny. Kimberly is so stupid.
Peeking through the door. Oh my God.
It is. This is Bonnet Row right here. This is. I got to do a whole conversation or campaign or something. It's Bonnet Rows all day. Like I guarantee you, I can walk in that food line right now. I'm in there 2 times a day, every day. I can walk in there right now. I'm guaranteed to see at least 1 or 2 bonnets every time. And I'm like, I be wanting to say, stop them, get them dang old bonnets off your head. What's wrong with y'all?
With them fake Yeezys on their
Right.
feet.
No, them house shoes, them flip flops.
You see your fake Yeezys.
So, Leslie Ashley talking about harmonicas needed. Oh my God, y'all! We are out of time, y'all. The show is over. We've come to the end. We got the end on somewhere. We're already over now, 13 minutes, but we got it. We can't do one of these marathons today because I got stuff I got to handle. Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody said we ain't had a daily eye shell all day. Hold on, I'm about 4 daily eye shells late.
Daily eye shell.
Where? I'm sorry, y'all. Next time, y'all remind me when I ain't dropping them daily eye shells. How did I do that?
For Deion, we need to stop walking in front of the prophet.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
There you go.
Stop walking in front of the prophet.
That still is one of the funniest clips to me. That he would prophesy that. That joker walked past that doggone camera. Stop walking in front of the prophet. I said, that is fun. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, we got to get up out of here. Let me see.
I got to go.
All right, Jason. Hey,
I gotta log out.
Elijah, go to a 3-shot. Go to a 3-shot. Jason, y'all know
Love
Jason
y'all.
got. Love you too,
Love you,
Jason.
Jason.
Peace, man. Peace.
All right, brother. Have a great pastoral day, Jason Earl. Jason Earl probably got a couple or some counseling out there waiting on him. Go to that 3-shot, Elijah. Let me see here. Leon Campbell said everything is as right as rain, as Lady said in the Matrix. Hilarious. Campbell said you got a freestyle. You know what? I ain't had a good freestyle on the show in a long time. You know what?
You ain't had a good freestyle anyway.
Oh, that is terrible. That is terrible. You know what though? I might try to get one in. I'm gonna see if I got 45 seconds to get one in before we go. Miguel Lloyd, Life Full Circle Radio. What you got coming up next, my brother?
Oh man, I don't even know, brother. Right now with this AAU schedule, I'm trying to figure out with my co-host when we gonna have a show. I think we're gonna be doing shows on Monday, but here's the thing: I'm gonna be calling one of both of y'all because we got some. We need y'all to come talk in front of the heathens who watch my show because we want to get some pastoral perspective for some people who ain't gonna be clutching their pearls. So, so I'll be hitting y'all up. We got some conversations.
You got me anytime you need me, Nuke. You know how we roll.
Yeah,
I got it, man. I appreciate all the time you invited me up, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, sir. Miguel
Hey,
Lloyd.
man, that was a blessed story about the car dealer, man. About the electric car.
Oh,
the black
yeah, it
electric
was.
car. Yo, that blessed my spirit.
Yeah.
That blessed my spirit.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, they doing some work here in Atlanta, and I gotta come out. I gotta come out to South Carolina and check out the studio, because
please do.
Because I gotta come out that piece. But
you got some
I appreciate
work.
y'all, man.
You got any clients that need us? We got you covered, sir.
Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I'll come out there and find somebody next one. You know, everybody from Columbia is on the other side of the world. It ain't but like driving to Lawrenceville. On the other side of Atlanta.
Here's the thing.
It ain't that far.
We had a sister on this past Sunday from World Changers Church International. Shout out to her. She drove from Atlanta, specifically for First Sundays. She said she was supposed to come with a group. She said they all bailed out. So she said she was coming anyway. I was so blessed by it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that picture later on today. So, but again, that's Miguel Lloyd, producer, marketer, Life Full Circle Radio. Miguel, if you ever get back into ad sales, please let me know because I'm trying to hire me some sales folks. And one of the things I got to do today, we got to get off today is because I'm finishing up a package, advertising package for some upcoming clients. So again, if you ever get back into it, let me know, sir.
Let's talk. Because what y'all do on the production side and let's talk.
Let's talk.
All right,
I hit you
peace
up.
And love, y'all.
All right,
Appreciate
brother.
y'all.
Tell Tracy I say what's up, please, sir.
5, bro.
All right, family. Listen, y'all. We about to get up out of here. We ain't got time for the Kingdom Business shout out. We gotta go. But this is a good show coming up Thursday. What we got Thursday, Don? I forgot. Just that fast.
What is eating us? What's in your food?
There we go. What's in our food? So just so y'all know, I saw an interesting video, and I got to find that video. Did I share that video with y'all? Please tell me I did.
No.
Okay. No. There's a video that I saw that actually talked about some of our sexual preferences today being affected by food, and it went very, very detailed. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow. Cause now just full old school black man myself. Oh, the look on Pastor Tuck's face is hilarious.
I don't know what y'all eating.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
Pastor Stephanie.
I don't know what y'all eating.
I ain't supposed to know.
Pastor Stephanie, please get your husband. You ought to see the look on.
Damon Williams know the show is not pre-recorded. It's live right now.
Shout out to Damon Williams. Damon Williams does not like when the show is pre-recorded.
Every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Hey,
he would come on the show. He was like, "Is this pre-recorded? Is this a repeat?"
This must be pre-recorded. No, it's not pre-recorded. We live right now.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Like I said, that's coming up Thursday. What's in our food? But there's a lot of things, particularly you talking about joint health, joint pain. If you are aching in your body, A lot of adults today, particularly in my age group and older, who have all kind of joint pain, whether that's shoulder pain, particularly knee pain, chronic pain like arthritis and what have you. A lot of that is caused by inflammation. Inflammation is a direct result of food. So we're going to talk about what are some of the things that we are eating that could be causing all type of health issues, mental issues, and even some of the sexual issues.
You said sexual preference.
Yeah, it's this one particular brother. Hold on, let me stop. This one particular brother. We can't get into the show right now, and we got only a few minutes, and I have to cut off and get right into to prep this package. But there's this one particular brother who said that some of the things that are affecting certain people's individual sexual preferences could be caused by certain types of foods. Now, I got to find the video again. I think it's worth researching. It's worth having a conversation. But guess what? That's a passing thought that I've had before about some of the food, because we eating processed food. The bottom line of it is, if you're eating off of those middle aisles in the restaurant, in the grocery store, if you're eating off the middle aisles in the grocery store, you don't really know what they're putting in that food. You don't really know how they cause that food or can manipulate that food to last for 2 weeks, several months.
All I can tell you, you can't feed me nothing to make me want no man. I don't care what you. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Folks need to stop making excuses.
No. Okay, I know you. Google it.
Look, I know me. I know me.
I'm not saying no. I'm talking. No. They're talking about specifically what they were talking about was children. So you're talking about a child. A child.
Okay, let's be clear, because I'm like, I don't care what you feed me.
A child who grew up eating sour
I can eat
bites.
concrete and drink gasoline. I ain't gonna want no man. I don't care what you talking about. We not going down that road.
Boy, I tell you, the ignorance on this show right here. Straight up ignorance. Again, that's coming up. That's coming up on this Thursday, 10 o'clock a.m. right here on Clubhouse inside the Kingdom Business Network room. We're talking about that. What's in your food? We won't just be talking about that perspective, but we will be drilling down. And I want y'all to do some research. Do some research in the meantime between Thursday. Think about what may be in your food that could be affecting your moods. Particularly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Particularly, a lot of the mental health that issues that we're having. There are certain foods that you can eat to address certain mental health issues. By no means am I minimizing or disparaging or any way making light of anyone's mental health, mental state of mind at all, whatever that may be. But there are certain foods that can cause issues. Sugar is one of the biggest culprits that can affect your mental state. So it's just a part of a much, I think, broader conversation that we have to have concerning our mental health. So not just the questions about sexuality or gender or anything like that, but I think just applying it to general, your food, how it makes you feel, your food, how it makes you think, your food, how it makes you respond, your food, how it affects your emotions. That's the conversation coming up this Thursday. Great topic. Coming from Donna and Pastor Tuck, and we want to have this talk right here. Listen, y'all, we got to get up out of here. Again, the topic today was, are we too sensitive? Yes, I think for my summary at the end of it, I think we are. We are totally out of time. I have to get up out of here. And but we had a ball today. Thank y'all so much to everybody who came and stayed in the room today. Y'all make sure y'all tag and share this room with other people. Please come back and listen later on repeat and replay. Listen, if y'all want to support us in what we're doing over here on the Akintunde Show, you can support us on Cash App at Producer Akintunde. Producer Akintunde. You can support our studio as we continue to go through renovations. Thank you and praise God to everything that's got us this far. But we got a lot more to go, and that's why we're putting together these advertising packages, because we are casting TV shows, we are putting together budgets, we're executing budgets, and God is showing up along the way. So definitely, we ask y'all to please support us. Shoot a Cash App. You can Cash App us right now, Producer Akintunde. That helps us to do exactly what we do. And you can also go on to IamAkintunde.com or WF shefmediagroup.inc.com and get more information and support us there. So we had a ball with y'all. That's Pastor Lewis talking with the 1911 Kappa Noop in the house up on the show. That is that lovely face in the middle is my sister, producer, and co-host Donna J. Elevate with Donna J. It's her show coming up on Sundays on Facebook Live at 4 o'clock p.m. Pastor Lewis Tucker, he's one of the sponsors and the co-host of the Akintunde Show and his brand new television network, My Church Channel, My Church TV. I love My Church. That's the website. Love My Church is the website.org. You can get more information because they are about to debut live on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, International Brother all over the world. Ministry International going to the world. We got a lot more news coming up, family, but we got to get up out of here right now. This is the Akintunde Show. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Until Thursday, 10 o'clock a.m. right here on Clubhouse, right here on Facebook, and wherever else you're watching this, we going to see y'all when we see y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.
Daily I shall. It's the Akintunde Show.